You might be watching this telecast. Customary start from Mohamed Irfan, likes to bowl nice and full straight up, has been successful against quite a few of the South African batsmen with that role at the start of a test match or a one-dayer. This is going to be fascinating. 1-1 in the series. Conditions look really good. I think it's a good toss to win. I do think the spinners are going to play an important role again, as we've seen in the first two. He's not going to give too much away, the big fella, that's for sure. So South Africa have opened their account. Hashim has opened his on return. This will be interesting, Waka. You know a little bit about Quinton de Kock, of course, with your work at the Sunrisers.
Was a sheer talent, no doubt about that. He played a couple of games for Hyderabad. Didn't get many runs, so I didn't get to see him in the middle. Not a lot, but last time when he played against the Pakistan, there was in one of the 2020 games where he didn't get much, but there's a talk around that he's amazing. I mean, I saw him in the nets and he can hit the ball. He's a very attacking cricketer, keeps a wicket also, so he's his utility.
2 slips. Again, nice and full. Yeah, he's a precocious talent, that's for sure. Quinton de Kock is one of those guys who was drafted into the lineup pretty early by the selectors to get used to it, to find his feet at this level and to feel comfortable at this level. Also going to be doing the keeping role today as well. In case you just joined us, Graham Smith is not here and is going back to South Africa with post-concussion syndrome after that nasty blow against Mohamed Irfan in the test match. I must tell you, he was okay actually after that test. You remember he got a double 100. He was okay after that, had a bit of a headache, which was not surprising. And over the last couple of days he started to feel a bit fuzzy, is the term they've used. There's been all sorts of tests done on him. One is something called a sports concussion assessment tool, where it basically has 10 categories, got to answer all sorts of questions and do sorts of tasks to see how fit you are. When he first reported to the medical team, he was getting about 95 out of 100. Yesterday he was getting about 70 out of 100. So there's all sorts of little tasks. So he's deteriorated and they've acted and pulled him out.
Mohamed Irfan straight into his groove. 140.9 the last delivery, which is quick enough. Looking to bowl the Yorkers, looking to full length, looking to bring those slip fielder into play. Normally swings the ball away from the left hand. I haven't really seen much. It's a pretty steamy day.
Good stuff from Mohamed Irfan. That's on the button. 1 for none. So important at any international level of sport or high professional level of sport that you know your role and you get settled playing that role and you know exactly what your job is.
Well, by the look of it, South Africa has changed everything. They brought the two new openers and they put Faf du Plessis up the order. And I guess Dumini and what a delivery! What a delivery! That's what he's been trying to do for the last over and a half. That one spot on. Hashim had no answer to it. What a delivery!
The X factor has struck again. Gee, bowls this so well at that height, 7'1", to perfect that Yorker like he does. Joel Garner at 6'9" used to do it in the old days. This has got another dimension, being a left armour, being a yard quicker as well. This is extraordinary stuff from Mohamed Irfan. He is a real find, and Hashim goes for 10, 20 for 1. It's good, very good first up.
That was a gem of a delivery. He tried it a few times, although he just gave away a few runs to produce this. What a delivery. And he's got Hashim Amla a few times like this. I saw him in South Africa, and once again, beautiful Yorker.
You got him out 3 times in that series, the one-day series in South Africa. He's now got Hashim Amla 4 times in one-days, which is more than any other bowler, which is quite extraordinary. Nice positive stride from Francois.
He's struggling. He had all sorts of trouble against a few teams. That's very positive. Planting his front leg way early and just getting right behind the ball. That's what you need to do against Irfan.
But it's going to be a different game for him now because he's not coming out facing the spinners on slow turning tracks. The guys who have bowled so well, deceiving the batsman. He'll have to bowl that one again. Bit of exercise for Assam.
Mohammad Irfan has always given Pakistan a good start. Every time he bowled with the new ball, he picks up a wicket. And once again, a big fish. Hashim Amla gone.
Beautifully bowled again, nice and high on the splice. Well ridden by Francois.
Well, fair enough, he has not come against the spinners, but it's not going to be easy even against Mohammad Irfan. Against the new ball on the pitch where his tail's up, he's just picked up Hashim Amla. His pace is increasing every time he delivers into his third over. Very fresh.
Francois off the mark with a scampered single, so 2 off that over, but a good over for Pakistan. 22 for 1.
What you've seen so far, Bazid, any thoughts in these early stages about maybe what a pass score could be?
Looks a much better wicket than previously in Dubai or Sharjah, and the ball seems not to be gripping in the surface that much. Average score 251. Anything above 250 for the team batting first will be a very, very decent score, and with the batting collapses, I think 250 would be a very competitive score.
There's the one man back in the hutch so far. Hashim Amla back on duty after missing the second test and indeed the first 2 one-dayers of this series.
That was an absolute beauty. What, 11 foot, 12 foot coming down from that. There's Burjul Arab coming down from there and yorked him. Beautiful.
Lovely bowling, boys, lovely bowling.
He's a tall man already, and you have to say that in this series, both the tests and the one-dayers, he's grown in stature. Very, very impressive. Metaphorically, of course, rather than literally.
Grown in stature, is that even possible?
Excellent bowling, boys, excellent bowling.
Yes, he spent the last 5 days with his feet in grow bags. Really good stuff again from Ajmal. 2 overs for 2 for him now. 52 for 1. Duplessis just giving himself a little bit of room there. Still working that ball down to long on.
It's apparent that South Africa feel a little more confident on this track, and they feel that the ball's coming on, and even with that sort of positive little intent, that personifies that.
Worked into the gap on the onside, long chase for Sohail Tanvir, and he's done well there. Batsman though will come comfortably back for a third.
Even at this short little innings, he's shown that he's been gifted with the talent of timing. That's it right at the bottom, but he's placed it well, and it's sped away down to deep mid-wicket.
There's no doubt about Quinton de Kock's talent. Again, du Plessis just staying leg side there. It's a complete contrast to what we've seen from him in the series so far, Bassett.
Very true. We saw him, yeah, there you go. Little shimmy down leg side, so he's pretty confident that he can play against the spin.
And now the lap sweep. So it is a change of technique, isn't it, Bassett? Because we saw him moving a long way across his stumps in the first couple of one-dayers.
Yes, very much so, and he was getting struck on the pads. I don't think that's a paddle sweep. I don't think he's as good as with his hands as Amla or say AB de Villiers. That technique is sometimes tends to get stuck in it.
Thickish inside edge for Quinton de Kock, who I'm sure in terms of global consciousness burst onto the scene a couple of years ago in a Champions League which took place in South Africa.
Come on, boys, come on, come on, come on!
He'll keep wicket today, incidentally. AB de Villiers will have a run round in the field. And again giving himself a little bit of room there, Quinton de Kock and Mohamed Irfan. In fact, it's Wahab Riaz down there, almost overran it. In the end, he gets away with it. The end of the over, it's 60 for 1.
Difference is when Afridi came on in the previous matches, South Africa had new batsmen at the crease, so he was able to settle in quickly. This time there's two established batsmen at the crease. I don't think he's going to get much spin out of this pitch. He'll be heavily relying on his drift and his flippers or top spins down the track. Very important now for Faf du Plessis to try and convert this start into something meaningful. He's had a tough time with the bat of late, so when you get out of a period of bad form and you suddenly get a start on a good surface, that's when you got to make the best of it. One thing good for Pakistan at the moment is Quinton de Kock has not faced Afridi before, so that might be just going in Pakistan's favour. This will take him a little bit of time to get used to facing Shahid Afridi. Good over, very good over. One of he's loving it there. Anything outside the off stump, he's enjoying it. Faf du Plessis. There's no movement whatsoever on offer for the quicker bowlers. There's very little turn on offer for the spinners as well. So Bria's not really doing anything with the ball. He's been expensive into his third over. He's conceded 17 runs already. One thing they have really done well is the running between the wicket. Both these batsmen are very fit and the run between the wicket is pretty good. And one thing which surprised me the most is Quinton de Kock playing after a long time. And I don't think he has played with du Plessis before, but great understanding. I know it's an easily paced surface and tough for the bowlers, but it just looks to me as if Pakistan have been a little bit off the boil today as far as their bowling and their fielding and their urgency and their intensity has been concerned. They were good in that respect in the first two matches.
Well, I don't think they enjoyed losing the toss. They were hoping they'll win the toss and they'll bat, because they're back, they're bowling, and think that once they get runs on the board, they'll be a lot more comfortable, which I believe is the way. I think they're a far better team when it comes to defending any total. We saw it in the last game, even in the game before. If you go back into Sharjah, when they're chasing even smaller target becomes really hard. And I think that's one reason. They're small things, but these are the things sort of can put you off. And that's what I believe is it's a very good pitch, flat pitch to bat on. So the youngsters playing well also, it really puts them off a little bit. So I think it's important to keep things very tight and make sure that they pick up a wicket. Otherwise, this game will go away very, very quickly. Another single.
The pitch is not likely to change as the game progresses. It might, if there's a little bit of dampness, if anything, skid onto the batsman a little bit, which will help South African quicker bowlers, particularly with a new ball as the match progresses. But just have a look at that pitch. That looks absolutely perfect for batting.
Pakistan's got to make sure that they don't give too many extra runs on this pitch. You're so used to a bowling to the left-hander. It's a perfect delivery to a left-hander. Wahab, even in the last previous games, bowled well against the left-handers. But when you have left and right, it's harder. Great fielding. We have seen the South Africans doing it. On that occasion, it was Ahmed Shahzad. It's 95 for 1.
These two guys are playing nicely. Stander 62, 78 balls. AB's one of those captains, by the way, who actually likes to try and surprise the opposition by taking that batting power play at opportune moments. Once or twice it hasn't worked out, but now it's forced upon them, so it's been worth watching. Things happen, wickets or runs, as simple as that.
I don't think South Africa should worry about runs too much. They're going quite nicely. The only worry for the South Africans is if they lose wicket. They've got to make sure that they don't lose too many wickets in this upcoming 5 overs. Sometime when you see the fielders coming in, you get carried away and try to hit a big shot and you lose wickets. And we've seen it in the past that teams has fallen down from a very good position to in a deep trouble. So it's very good to have a captain playing at the crease, so he'll understand the situation. He can always dictate your other partner also. So it's a good sign, good going for the South Africans.
Lovely bowling, boys, lovely bowling.
What a terrific little head-to-head with Ajmal into the attack. There's a different head-to-head. 1 off 4 balls.
I think the idea will be to play sensible against Saeed Ajmal. Don't give him any wickets, because they know Saeed Ajmal picks up 1 and he is very much capable of picking more wickets.
Down the ground, just for 1. That's great stuff from Saeed Ajmal. Just 2 off the over, 176 for 3. 1. Playing a miss. They're hoping he's going to be okay for the Pakistan series in South Africa, but not taking any risks at the moment and withdrawn him.
Lovely bowling, boys. Lovely bowling. Shabash, take back. Dile nahi padna. Shabash. Shabash, shabash, boys. Shabash, yaar. Shabash.
So Smith withdrawn and de Kock got a start.
Lovely bowling, boys. Lovely bowling, boys. Lovely bowling, yaar.
How good is Saeed Ajmal bowling today? Not only today, but this entire series so far. He's into his 8th over, picked up a wicket also. Outstanding. Well, if you can create more dot balls in the 42nd overs, you've got to be good, and he is good. He's the #1 bowler in the world in the ICC ranking.
Oh, that's good stuff this time from Afridi. Appreciated by the bowler. 2 balls are maiden over in the 42nd over of a one-day game. Probably only one bloke's possible.
Let's see that happen. Good fielding. And there it is. Lovely over. Excellent. Pakistan needed it. 2 or 3 for 4.
Bowling a couple of Yorkers, Saeed Ajmal. Just his repertoire just keeps going on and on.
It's been brilliant to left-handers. Very good line, very good length as well. Made it really difficult for them to score.
South Africa still not taking any undue risk with Saeed Ajmal. Reckon the right way to go, Kepler?
Well, I think now they need to look to try and clear the boundary. It doesn't matter who's bowling. Not that many deliveries left, so you've got to try and maximise as many of them as you possibly can. Clever. Change the length. Saeed Ajmal saw JP Duminy coming down the wicket and just pulled his length back.
Just not letting the South Africa batsman go.
Oh, he's knocked him over. Beautiful bowling, Saeed Ajmal. Again, under pressure, delivering for his team.
Quicker one, man. Made it quite technically late on it, and Saeed Ajmal does it again. What a ball.
Aaron comes to the wicket. And he's off the mark straight away with a single. So 244 for 5 after 48.